Okay, now this time I'm going to speak about the unseen client base. This is my favorite one. This is all about marketing, but marketing in a very, very different way. It's all about that unseen client base. The people that we don't even know are looking for us. How do we do the internet? This is the world's most famous ice hockey player. His name is Wayne Gretzky. And this is what he said. He said, most players skate to where the puck is. I skate to where the puck is going. And that's what we've got to think about with business. Not where are we now, but where's the business going to be 3 years from now? How are people making buying decisions? How do they find us? What are they doing on the internet? So we've got to think about how business is changing. Last year, I was speaking in South Africa. So we stayed at a beautiful resort called Sun City. So I decided I'm going to take my wife, I'm going to take my mom with. We spend a week there. We have a fantastic week. And then I said to my mom and my wife, I said, I'm going to give you the special treatment at the Gary Player Beauty Treatment Place. So I take them down there, and I said, I want you to give them the best beauty treatment. The massage, the hair, the facial, the nails. Then they told me how much it was going to cost me, and I said, okay, maybe only 2 nails. No, I said, give them the full beauty treatment. It was going to take 2 hours. I said to them, listen, I've got 2 hours to spare. Can I go and use the jacuzzi? No. Only the people having the treatment can use the jacuzzi. I said, can I talk to the manager? The manager comes there. I said, listen, I'm paying, this is my mom and my wife, I'm paying, that's my credit card, I can buy a house for the same price. Can I use the jacuzzi? No. Only the people having a treatment. I said, my mom is 84. My mom is not going to jacuzzi. No, those are the rules. I said, okay. I said, have you got a business center? He said, yes. Went out, got my little video camera, went and did a little video. I told my story of my bad experience. I put it onto YouTube. Got 1,000 views very quickly. I wrote a blog, put it out onto my blog, sent it out to all of the blog engines, got many views quickly. I went onto my Twitter. I've got 2 hours. I can do a lot in 2 hours. I got it out onto Twitter, Facebook, everything. The next morning, the CEO of this massive hotel group phones me, and he says, please, can you take your video off YouTube? Apologizing, saying, I'm so sorry you had this bad experience. I didn't realize this was happening. I promise it's never going to happen again. We're changing all our rules and regulations. And I took it off straight away for 2 reasons. One, they were listening what people were saying about them. And secondly, they did something about it. So social media is changing our lives totally. Has anyone been to Shanghai? Anyone been to Shanghai? What's it like? It's like New York on steroids. I mean, the world is changing. I go there recently, so I said, okay, I want to go into the city from the airport. They say, well, you can either take a taxi, and it's going to take 1 hour, it's going to be $100, or you can take the magnetic levitation train, $9, 9 minutes. I said, okay, that's what I'm going for, $9, 9 minutes. I get onto the train. I took this photograph when the train hit 431 kilometers per hour. Can you imagine? Train 431 kilometers per hour. The whole world is changing. I mean, if we think about computers, all kinds of stuff, everything is changing. I don't think anyone is old enough to remember, Mohammed, maybe you and me, we remember days like this. Anyone? What is it like nowadays for our kids? Isn't that what it looks like now? They can be sitting in a lounge and they'll send you a text, Mom, bring me a Coke. Huh? You send them one back, get your own. But things are changing. This is the latest thing, the iPhone projector. The room's a little bit too light for me to demonstrate this, but you can put your videos onto this here. You can show it up against any screen if you darken the room. Absolutely amazing. Tiny little iPhone projector made by a company called Texas Instruments. Who's remembered Texas Instruments? iPhone projector. When you're not using it as a projector, it becomes a charger. It will give you 5 days of charge. Come and take a look at it later on. iPhone projector. It's absolutely fantastic. It's made by Texas Instruments, but the main company, write this down, Merlin, like in The Wizard, M-E-R-L-I-N. But if you go into Dubai duty free, they have every bit of equipment by Merlin. So the next time you go to Dubai, just go to the duty free and take a look. About 300 US. About 100 and, what's about 100? Yeah, 100 Bahraini. So there's been so many changes. If we think about all the changes, movies, TV, now you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on your iPad. When I'm traveling now, I don't go watch movies anymore. I watch it on my iPad. Books. Nobody buys books anymore. What do we all use? Kindle, iPad. CDs. Who still buys CDs? Anybody buy CDs? No. We download it from iTunes. Isn't that true? Go. I mean, iTunes is fantastic. I hear a tune on the radio. I have a little software called Shazam. Who has Shazam? Shazam is wonderful. While the music is playing, I press Shazam. It listens to the music. It tells me the name of the tune. I hit another button, 70 cents, I own that tune. Shazam will recognize every piece of music. Shazam, S-H-A-Z-A-M. S-H-A-Z-A-M, Shazam. It's an app, I think it's free, isn't it? Yeah. Free app, there we go. Shazam. S-H-A-Z-A-M, Shazam. Websites, here's the interesting thing. So many people concentrate on their websites, but everything is moving to mobile media. Everything's about mobile media. The other day I'm standing with my son, and I said to him, you know what, I need some more aftershave. I love this aftershave called Kiton. I said, but there's only one place that sells it in London. It's Harrods. So Sunday I've got to get onto the train. I've got to take the train into... While I'm talking to my son, he's busy on his phone here. I said to him, Jared, what are you doing? I'm talking to you. Why are you on your phone? He says, Dad, you're so old-fashioned. I've just ordered it for you. You'll have it tomorrow. Why do you want to get onto the train? The youngsters think differently. My son is a 29-year-old lawyer. He does everything on his iPhone. So here's an interesting thing. What does your website look like on an iPhone? If your website still is 10 years old, it's not going to look good on an iPhone. What does it look like on all the different engines? What does it look like on Internet Explorer, Chrome? Every one looks different. If you've got videos on your website, if it's the old kind of videos, it's not going to play on you. If it's a flash video, it's not going to work on an iPhone or an iTunes. So you've got to test everything, because these are the youngsters. That's how they make their decision. They start with the iPhone. Public relations, no more. We get free information, free information. Yellow pages, no. Google's there. Broad advertising. In the old days, I used to sell my products and services, and I used to pay for Google AdWords. No more. Now I go to Facebook, go to LinkedIn ads. I put in the type of person I want, what area they live in. Now it becomes real targeted ads. It's much easier. Interruption marketing is what I was speaking about this morning. I phone somebody, I interrupt them, and I try to convince them to buy from me. This here is attraction marketing. I look for the people that are already looking for my products or services, and I attract them to me. So we've got to think, how do we change? How do we grasp all of the mobile media? Now, if we think about the new generation of buyer, how do they make their decisions? New generation does not mean young generation. All of my article marketing, all of my YouTube videos gets uploaded for me by an 84-year-old lady. It's my mom. My mom lives in South Africa. I live in London. She does all of that for me. My mom is the new generation of buyer. She doesn't drive anymore. If she wants to buy groceries, she goes online. She buys groceries. She wants to buy a new bed. She goes online. She looks at the videos of the beds. She compares the prices. She hits one button. Tomorrow, she's got her bed. So we've got to think about that new generation of buyer. How do they make their decisions? If you go onto the internet, what are some of the things that you want? In fact, let's spend 5 minutes again in our groups and let's discuss. What do you think that new generation of buyer, what are they looking for? Let's spend 5 minutes in groups going through that. What do you think they're looking for? They're going onto the internet. If you go onto the internet, what are some of the things that you want?
Just discussing it. Like, we want websites not complicated. We can get immediate feedback. We can see what other people have used this device or this product. What do they think about it?
Okay.
Is it worth it to be buying or not?
Okay, great. So great website, easy, simple to get around, and we want to get it quickly. We want it fast. Any more on this side? Another idea here. Here we go, another idea here. What are that new generation of buyer looking for?
We're looking for interactive interaction between the customer and the company.
Yes.
So, and that can come in you have to let the customer feel like that you're talking to him.
Okay, so the customer feel that you're talking to him. So interaction.
Interaction.
So important. Anything else? There's another one over there. Let's go there, another one.
Actually, the customers are looking for the fast, reactive, and the fast service, plus saving the time.
Okay.
And a better price as well.
I want it now. I want it immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. In fact, if we look at it here, what do they want? They want interaction, exactly what you've said over there. Now, here's an interesting thing. How many of us have a blog? How many of us do a Google search every day? Everybody does a Google search. What are you searching for? Information. So here's the thing. How much information are you putting out there about your products, about your services? How much information? The easiest way is by writing articles and putting it onto a blog. If you put something onto your website, it'll take 6 weeks, 6 months for Google to see it. Put it onto blog, it'll get seen almost immediately. Here's the other thing. You've got to get into the Google family. Google owns Blogger. Google owns YouTube. Google owns Google+. If you're not in the family, you're not going to get seen. So you've got to have blogs, forums, another one, video, YouTube. At the end of today, one of the big actions is for all of you to go and get your YouTube channel. Now, with your YouTube channel, don't call it by your company name. Nobody looks for your company name. Call it keywords. So what would somebody type in? Michael, what would somebody type in if they were looking for your products or services? Okay, alcohol and spirits. Okay, so they would type in alcohol and spirits, Middle East. Okay, so that's maybe what you call your website. You're not going to call it by the company name. My YouTube channel is called Sales Tips. Nobody looks for Frank Furness. No one has heard of Frank Furness, but everybody wants Sales Tips. So think about, what do you reckon people would type into Google if they were looking for your products or services?
Like how they think about it. Like BlackBerry, they will write the new BlackBerry. They will not write what is the offer of BlackBerry.
So you sell BlackBerry?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to be latest BlackBerry phones. So maybe that's what you call your YouTube channel. But we've all got to get a YouTube channel. The next thing is audio, iTunes, podcasts. If you can write about it, you write, you get articles out there. That same thing you can record and you can put onto iTunes. The same thing you can video and put onto YouTube. The same thing you put into your LinkedIn news. It is so easy. Now you get seen. Social networking. How many on LinkedIn? Okay. All of us have got to go and get a LinkedIn profile. This is the way we connect with clients in a new way, and I'll show you LinkedIn in a little while. Facebook, everybody on Facebook? Okay, great. By the way, I want you all to connect with me. Tonight or tomorrow when you get home, Frank Furness, all connect with me. Be friends. I want 1 million friends. Frank Furness, one word. I don't know, lots. I don't even, I'm not a detailed person, remember. But many friends. Now, Twitter. How many of us love Twitter? How many love? How many people don't understand what is Twitter and why somebody would be tweeting about what they had for lunch? Okay, here's 2 ideas on how you use Twitter in business. The first thing you do is follow your top 10 customers. What are they tweeting about? Follow your top 10 customers. I worked with a company in Australia. All of their salespeople follow their top 10 customers and see what they're tweeting about. One of the salespeople got a tweet that his top customer, their company, had just got a contract for a new power station. Straight away he phoned. He said, I see you've got the contract. The guy said, how do you know? Nobody knows. Somebody tweeted about it. He went in and he got the subcontract. Follow your top 10 customers. What are they tweeting about? The next thing, follow your top 10 competitors. What are they tweeting about? They're going to be having specials on Blackberries. They're going to be opening new branches. What are your competitors tweeting about out there? They're going to have big discounts. They're opening big stores. And here's another great little site to go to. This is called Twilert. IBM are making millions of dollars using this little application. It's free website, Twilert. If you read there, Twilert is a free web app that enables you to receive regular email updates of tweets containing your brand, product, service, or any keyword. So how IBM use this, IBM go and they say, if somebody's got a problem with their computer, what are they going to type in? My computer is slowing down, having networking problems. They identified a whole lot of different phrases, and then they put it into this application. Now they see people saying, oh, my computer's too slow. They start talking to them. Once they develop a rapport, they pass it on to the sales team. The sales team then goes and sells them new computers and software. IBM are generating millions in new business using this little application. Who uses TripAdvisor? Anybody use TripAdvisor for travel? I love it. Every time I go to a hotel, and then they reward me. Look there, Frank, you've had 128 reviews and 16,000 reviews. They give me a little certificate over there, and what do? I go and give them some more stuff. So social media promotes your brand. It's how do your customers feel after they bought your products or your services? How do they feel afterwards? If you think about this now, let's say you get an American guy and he weighs like 300 pounds. If this guy has to run 10 yards, he will have a heart attack. But put him inside a T-shirt from Nike that says, just do it, then this guy feels like he is a king. Isn't that true? Just do it. That's what Nike do. Where's the best place where all the geeks hang out? The Apple shop. Isn't that true? You go to the Apple shop on the weekend, you've got all of the guys over there. Whoa, this is the greatest computer. That's what it's all about. Who's been to South Korea? Anyone been to South Korea? South Korea, most probably the most advanced place on earth when it comes to technology and that kind of thing. The kids don't play sport. The kids play video games. So the kids are out there playing video games all the time. I mean, take a look at that. South Korea now has robot teachers. Can you imagine that? They have robot teachers, and they don't want kids to feel uncomfortable, so they make the robots quite dumpy so the big kids don't feel uncomfortable. Take a look at how you treat your customers. There's a supermarket chain in England called Tesco, and it's my favorite supermarket. I go in there, I walk down all the aisles, and I shop. So Tesco decide they're going to leave England, and they're going to open up as well in South Korea. But they can't do the same way they do it in England, because South Koreans think they do things in a different way. So watch what they do. I think we might need to bring our volume down a little bit over here.
South Korea is a unique market. Tesco has been evolving itself, adjusting to the local market. It even changed the name itself from Tesco to Home Plus. And at last, it grew to rank number 2 in Korea. But Tesco had to overcome one obstacle, a fewer number of stores compared to the number 1 company, Emart. Mission: could we become number 1 without increasing the number of stores? We made an in-depth study into Koreans once more. Koreans are the second most hardworking people in the world. For them, grocery shopping once a week is a dreaded task. So we decided to approach these busy and tired people. Idea: let the store come to the people. We created virtual stores, hoping to blend into people's everyday lives. Our first try was subway stations. Although virtual, the displays were exactly the same as actual stores, from the display to the merchandise. Only one thing was different. You use smartphones to shop. Scan the QR code with your phone and the product automatically lands in your online cart. When the online purchase is done, it will be delivered to your door right after you get home. People can relax more after work and on weekends.
실제로 보면서 사니까 진짜 더 좋은 것 같아요. 편하기도 하고.
Result: people can shop at Tesco Home Plus wherever they go without having to visit the actual store. Moreover, we could change their waiting time to shopping time. After this campaign, online sales increased tremendously. Through this campaign, 10,287 consumers visited the online Home Plus mall using smartphones. The number of new registered members rose by 76%, and online sales increased 130%. Currently, Home Plus has become #1 in the online market and is a very close second offline.
Isn't that amazing? You know, when we talk about selling, that's selling right up at the top level. When people go in, they study their people and say, what do we need to do? How do we look after our customers? Amazing that they went from nothing to #1 in a place that they'd never been before. So that's what selling is all about. From